Rib tip chow mein is one of those dishes that's a combination of things that I love. I love rib tips. That was one of my favorite dishes from the Chinese restaurants in New York City. Chow mein is also one of my favorites, so I decided to combine the two and make a rib tip chow mein. The first thing I'm going to do is to season the rib tips. So I'm adding dark soy sauce, garlic, ginger, red pepper flakes, star anise, hoisin sauce, and brown sugar. And I'm going to mix this together and let it marinate for at least an hour. The soy sauce that I'm using is not very salty, but it packs a nice rich flavor. Now, if you're using a very salty soy sauce, please adjust accordingly. Once we've let this marinate, the next step is to cook it. And in a pan over high heat, we're going to add oil and saute the rib tips for about 5 minutes, browning on both sides. And as always, the full recipe will be linked below in the description box. And I'm going to spread this out just to form one layer, so every rib tip in this pan is touching the bottom of the pan. It is going to caramelize nicely. Now this is going to brown very quickly because of the sugar that is in the marinade, so just keep an eye on it. Now I'm going to add water and bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to lower the heat, then cover and allow to simmer for 30 minutes or until the rib tips are tender. While the rib tips cook, we're going to get started on the chow mein. Place a pot of water on the stove and bring to a boil. Add Chowmein noodles and cook according to the directions on the package. Once the noodles are done, we're going to strain it and set it aside. Now that all the liquid has evaporated, the rib tips should be tender. To that, we're going to add shredded carrots and cook it for maybe about a minute. When this is done, I'm going to add it to the chow mein mixture and just give it a quick toss. And I'm using thongs. You can also use a large fork, not an eating fork, but there's a large fork that you use in the kitchen. We can use that to toss the chow mein because we're being careful not to break up the noodles. Now I'm adding additional soy sauce, Chinese 5-spice powder, and finely chopped scallion. Then I'm going to mix it to combine once again using the thongs. I don't know what it is about chow mein, but chow mein is one of those dishes that I could never just have one serving. This is something that I always tend to go back for seconds and thirds. It's my absolute favorite. Now the final step is to give this mixture one quick stir fry. So to that pan that we cooked everything in, I'm going to add a little bit of oil, about a teaspoon, and just cook the chow mein noodles for about 2 minutes. And that is it. We're done. And now you can enjoy. This is absolutely delicious, and I promise you won't be disappointed. The link to this recipe will be below in the description box. And for those of you who may not know, I have a blog called giancancook.com where I share many recipes just like this. So be sure to hit that link below and to check it out. I also have a video for a chicken chow mein recipe, and I'm going to link that as well. So head on over and to give that a look. And please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time.